Good day, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Viper of Viperland, and I am back. I am here, not back here. I am here with some Phoenix Hack and Wright. I'm gonna actually turn those down a little bit. Music's good. Sound effects are a smidge loud, actually. But if I do that, we can adjust it as we go. Yeah. Hope everyone's ready for some good times here. I have played the first game, but forever ago. I had an R4 card on my DS, not 3DS, DS, and I played the OG Phoenix Wright. So I have played the original a long time ago. Maybe did like the first half of a case of Justice for All. I've never touched Trials and Tribulations. So this will be a definite refresher for me, and the other two will be basically brand new. So we're also going to be hitting up, eventually after these three, the Wright Ace Attorney duology. Also going to take this moment to anybody watching the archive, watch the Phoenix Wright live action movie if you haven't. It's phenomenal. It is, in my opinion, the best live action video game movie. Hard stop. Like, no competition at all. Alright, tally ho. First turnabout. Just getting that out there because there are some people who like Phoenix Wright but haven't seen that movie, and it ain't perfect, but it's very good. Very, very good. It is way more good than it is little minor things they miss. But damn it! Why me? I forgot that it kind of goes on its own sometimes. I can't get caught. Not like this. Gotta find someone to pin this on. Also, someone like... I'll make it look like he did it. When I did first play through this, I was playing through it while I was at work at the time, and so I couldn't listen to the music. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. So, though I've heard bits and pieces of the music in like videos and stuff since, this will be my first time playing it through being able to hear it. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. It's also nice to see it on a big screen as opposed to the little DS screens. Whew, loves me and my DS and 3DS. Don't get me wrong, but they're just not large screens. It's truthful, they're not. Especially because this wasn't even like a 3DS XL or something. This was like the DS. Ooh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. Favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. That's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. No dramatics here. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Somebody started cooking something with garlic, like power play. Jeez. Oh, it's so strong. Yeah. Like, I've got some amount of soundproofing on the door. Like, I've got weatherproofing on it to... I mean, it's not airtight or anything, but it's enough to, like, help soundproof stuff. And, like, all I can smell right now is garlic. Holy crap. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Also, hey, 7th and Soar, how's it going? Welcome to Viperland in the chat. Yeah, we don't have an objection. I get the feeling that if we're going to be playing this for the next Up Team Sundays, we're going to have an objection sound effect. I feel like, yeah, that's inevitably going to happen. For sure. But also, how you both doing? And Ochi, how's everyone doing tonight? Oh, man. The guy who made the Somnium Files retweeted both that Aiba art that Sora posted, shared with us the other day, and a Mizuki cosplayer, which is really cool. Like, imagine making art of that series and having the creator be like, wow, this is great. That's gotta be cool. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Ooh, who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. The young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was an unlikely sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years since I've known him, it's usually been true. Whew. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. Imagine an entire school having a saying about how, yeah, you're usually the one at fault. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And I own one, which is why I took this case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Keep away from beans. I'm sure there's a reference here I'm not getting. Oh, beans, butts, farts, smells. Yes, gotcha. Musical fruit. Noted. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh, man. I do remember the single most gullible judge, single most gullible human being in the entire course of human history. This man, right here, the judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. I'll say, Ramen, how's it going? Yeah, no kidding. I didn't spend most of my day doing that. That's fine. Fine. Still haven't cleared a run, but it's good. It's a fun game, yeah. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. I've gotten to the like big elite ship that's got the red shield around it, and I haven't beaten that one yet. And even then, I don't get there often. Not often. But I've also put all of my points into getting more upgrade cubes instead of actual useful upgrades. Just to, because if we can reset them later, get as many cubes as you can and then reset it and use them elsewhere. The conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. You don't say. Yeah, I think it's the third boss, right? Because the first one just rotates. The second one's got like those 5 points on it that shoot at you. And then the third one's got the shield. That's the way to go. Yeah, 100%. Or at least that's how I've been going. That one, oh, okay, gotcha. I've gotten to that one twice. 3 times, but one of them I died instantly. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Shaking. Eyesight fading. Knees weak. Spaghetti. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. It's okay, I'll teach you everything you need to know how to beat this tutorial murder app. It's important, yeah. Who's your favorite of the starting characters so far, Ramen? Please state the name of the defendant of this case. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Guilty, yeah. But yeah, we need a mom spaghetti, we need an objection. This one's bringing out all the sound effects we don't have. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what the victim's name. Ooh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait, uh-oh. No way, I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I haven't really gotten the hang of her yet, but I like the power. I just haven't really done well with it yet. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Oddly enough, my favorite is just the starter one. Like, getting those pew-pew lasers up to a high level just... Especially if you don't put any points into focusing it, just goes, hey, this entire half of the screen, it's just gonna die. It's basically like having that Ravana in Deep Dungeon. You just have that. The victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check out any time, or since I'm using a controller, the right button. I could only hit it at the bottom. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, 7:31, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay. Cindy Stone. Victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Alright. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cinderblock. Oh, yeah. If you get a broadside or if you get it focused, oh, it's disgusting. Disgusting. Though I have to say, the run that Melted Boss is the fastest for me is when I went to go unlock putting all the turrets on that one planet, and I just stayed there, and a boss spawned, and then it went away, and it was like, okay. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You know who you're defending, who got murdered, and how. You're a lawyer. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Oh, man. Yeah. If you had more control over her wolf minions, hot damn, she would be disgusting. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. Let's see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. As statues tend to be. I mean, I guess unless they're like anime figures. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. You mean RB. But also, yes, good call. Well, I'm playing on PC with a controller, so it's fine, whatever. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Oh, also, I forgot to... Did I remember to take the tea bag out of my tea? Nope. Normally, I don't really care about tea oversteeping, but this berry one, while delicious, bitter as hell if I let it go too long. Cool. Problem solved. Prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Have to cast all functions like Taku wants. I'm pretty sure the Thinker's naked, isn't he? I don't remember the original statue in all its details, but isn't it naked? Or at most wearing, like... It had clothes. It's already been cast off, yes. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. You wouldn't want to excite the Butts. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Wow. Man, while I remember the sprite work, they upscaled it pretty nicely, and just... Phoenix Wright, like, sprites... So good. So good. For, like, the small amount of animation budget they had on... I mean, while I played these DS, I believe in Japan they originally Game Boy Advance. We're talking minuscule physical budget, or, like, monetary budget, and, like, game case cartridge budget. They did wonders with what little animation they got. There's a whole video on that from, 8-bit... No, that's the 8-bit music theory. They also do one on this, but I always forget the... It's like Design Docs, I think. Oh, or New Frame Plus, that's the one. Yeah, they do a great one about it. Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were like Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I mean, on a long enough time span. Ever. You know, I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what do you describe as generally what we mean by dumped? In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Victim apparently arrived home from Paris at 7:30 the day before the murder. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income, so not a good model. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude, we can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? I don't think you wanted me to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Could I, stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quiet. Boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. You went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell truth. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was there, I went. I'm amazed he picked up on the signal, but I guess they've been friends for a while, like a long while. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. He wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. It's the power of the Butts, yes. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. I love the names so much. So much. I feel like instead of gavel, we could just have counter. We already have counter. It does the same thing. It's functionally the same. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? I'm pretty sure that all of Afro's naming conventions in their D&D campaign are heavily inspired by just Phoenix Wright and or Bravely Default. Any game that just has nothing but pun names that are just perfect. Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Pun names are so good. I still think my favorites are from the Bravely series, but I haven't played all of these yet, so who knows? Witness account. I was going to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Oh yeah, the theme is very good. Man, I can't believe, like, we were all like, oh, that deep dungeon took a lot out of us, and we're gonna lose an hour, let's all go to bed. And Arxis was like, yeah, no, not a chance. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Also, hey Grim, how's it going? No time for bed, only bed. I can't believe the memes have become real. And I also can't believe we're actually going to finally be able to play as that dude. You know, that schmuck. He's going to be playable. That's insane. Truly nutty. Your main is coming back. I can't wait to get freaking 6H'd over and over again and fall for it every time. Cannot wait. Yeah, you know, that schmuck. That boy. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? Can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Oh man, this is old. I mean, it's so old that it's looped around to becoming true again. Because wired phones work during a blackout. Like old school, just plugged into the wall phones work without power. But it's so old, it's looped around to, like, as long as you have your phone charged, your phone still works during a blackout. You can't charge it, but it still works. But when it was like the era of wireless, cordless phones, those wouldn't work. They needed power. So it's looped back around to being true again, which is kind of amazing. Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawt used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Did he ever go to law school? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, do you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave? Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? And that witness must have lied in his testimony. Is your client really guilty? Yeah. I don't think he passed the bar. I think he tripped over it. Who's a giant phones? Yep. Yeah. Backpack phone from Zero. It's funny because I functionally have that item in on my D&D character. I functionally have like a big old school timey-wimey phone that can, it's a magic item that can call anybody we've met before. Given to me by the god of death, so obviously called the Dead Ringer. How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you find the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. See, again, when I played it through, it was while I was working, so like in the downtime at work. So I couldn't listen to music because I had to be ready for whenever somebody came in. So while I've heard little snippets of it, this is my first time playing the game with the music. But it's also very good, yeah. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the one here is the time, right? Yeah. Does time of death 4 to 5. He remembers the time exactly. Who did that? Man, I remember I could never get it to work, but the original the original DS version, you apparently could yell objection into the microphone and it would work. I never got it to work. Also, I was at work, so I was really whispering it into the mic, but you know. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement direct— oh man, I gotta just keep a sheath of paper around here. It's like a stack of papers, just so I can— hold on. This is important. Got my notebook for work notes. Just take a few pages out of there. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, keep those handy. You gotta have the immersion. It's important. Ooh. I'm also getting my stuff tangled. Let's not do that. Phoenix Dittos. Ah, yes, perfect. Slam the desk next. I got a bunch of drinks on this desk, so not a lot of open room. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. Like how he's just gonna stand there forever, just every few seconds. The autopsy notes at the time the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There's nobody to no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh, 4D gaming. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and the whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. Well, that's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like, that happened. I don't remember any, like, I didn't play it, but I remember that happened. Video of a taped program. Yeah, you know, VHS. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. So hooked. Oh, geez. It's a good game, then. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Alright. I know what to do, just don't remember which one. Time coming from the television. I feel like that's gotta be that. Hold it right there. Prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. And since smartphones aren't a thing, you couldn't possibly be listening to it on a smartphone. Unfortunate, Ace Attorney is like 70% latent. Okay, still cool though. Still can't believe we're getting another latent game. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Oh, wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. Yeah, Leighton, against all odds, new game, hell yeah. And you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been a shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. You've lied to us twice already. I can't imagine you would lie to us a third time, so go ahead. Let's hear your testimony once more. Yeah, you just gotta go to the bathroom, yeah. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear at the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. Table clock in the apartment. Murder weapon. It's gotta be... Right? Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. How is this supposed to be a clock? Oh, okay, okay. What? You, with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock all along. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problem with this testimony now? Yes. You can't say no. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. Witness knew it was a clock because he knew the victim went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Yeah, prove it. Prove I was in there. I'm going with the, since he drops the facade, he drops the voice too. I do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock. Struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Fun note. All three of the mainline OG Phoenix Wright games, different composers. But, like, I've heard bits and pieces of the music from all three, and they all, like, nail it. Like, you wouldn't really know, which is great. Like, they all just hit that same vibe. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. But what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That's that day. I never. Look, the clock. I heard. No, I mean, I saw it. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn. Give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence to support the defense claims. Also, hey Mitz, how's it going? Welcome to Viper Lane in the chat. Mr. Wright, Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply, ask the neighbors. By sounding the clock? Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. Paper thin walls in those apartments, for sure. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? Yeah, so it seems very super likely that I definitely heard this clock on the day of the murder while I was beating the victim to death, but how can you prove It was slow then. I actually want to try the 3D ones. I don't know whether I'll be able to stream them or not, because I guess I'd have to emulate them. I don't know. We'll see. Right now the plan is 5, but maybe it'll expand that plan. I don't know. You can't prove that. You don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I'm so close. Mr. Wright, seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. It means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. Come all the way down here to testify. Look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! Like somebody who just murdered someone with a clock statue. You lawyers are all Oh yeah, especially if they can escape the 3DS. Like, they're bringing so many 3DS games forward now, like Etrian Odyssey. That'll be so good. Also, hey Brody, how's it going? Welcome to Viperland, the chat, and the legal system. Completely innocent, despite 99% evidence showing you murdered someone. Yep. This is that one lawyer game, indeed. This is the OG. Sundays for a while now will be these lawyer games. I almost had them. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. Guess you're going to jail for murder that we definitely know you didn't do. There's nothing I can do about it now. Dusting off the law degree, yeah. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. True, we can use that for another one. It's a very versatile, shockingly versatile emote, huh? Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait, maybe I can prove it! You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, Wright. Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course! There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words. Let's see you pull this one. Tough words for a guy who is one scrap of evidence away from being found guilty of murder. Really tough words. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. You're right, the attorney's badge. Absolutely. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! Yeah, it's super, yeah. Ignored all those super guilty lies in their statement. It's fine, just ignore that. That's the California bar exam. I mean, as we stated earlier, if Phoenix can pass it, pretty sure anybody can. Also, hey Ark, how's it going? The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit, or should I say, Mr. Did It? These are national treasures. These games are perfect. Just the best. Well, we killed him. He is now dead. He is now deceased. He has ceased to be. Order, I say. One of these nights, I'm gonna have to find a copy of the live-action Phoenix Wright movie, and we'll have to do a Discord watch party. Order, probably as like when we finish this one, that'll be our like wrap-up thing. We'll do a Discord stream one night. It's so good. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. Didn't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yay! The confetti and everything. Yeah, absolute public safety threat. Also, if he's already showing symptoms, it's too late. He's already dead. Rabies is legitimately terrifying. For real, rabies is terrifying. Like, really. Just getting that out there. Absolutely terrifying. And with that, this court is adjourned. Rabies is the only disease that when you show symptoms, it is already too late. You are going to die. It is too late to do anything. You are dead. 100% of the time. Rabies is terrifying. Turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day. Yeah, it's absolutely terrifying. This is insanity plea. Yeah. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawyer let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawyer grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. And violence. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch those. Not at all. It's terrifying. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Oh, still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thank you, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. Never seen the Chief looking this happy. He's this glad. Imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. She was a what, Phoenix? She was way above his level, and you should be glad he got to spend even a few moments with her. Also, probably just using her for money. Out of the league, very much the case. Been okay. Today I had a pounding headache most of the day, and I had something stuck in my eye all day, which is just stinky, but not in my eye anymore. And I took Advil for the headache, and we got a good game, so you know. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. Present from me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. You believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry, are you so sure? Excuse me? I did, Birdie. I did. I finished the whole thing last week. It took a little while because I was playing some other games, but I did go through. I didn't platinum it, so I missed a bunch of stuff, but I got most of the missions and the whole story out. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? The amount of times I'm gonna have to read right, right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The attorney badge! Here you go, Larry. Proof. It's okay, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll forget about her soon enough. Look, I'm gonna head home. Thanks a ton, eh? Guess that wasn't the right thing to show. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Hey, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me a... Wow. Didn't know it then. That clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Ah, cool. Finish the game. Well, credits roll. You know, decent, passable. Okay. A brand new episode has been added. Save your progress? Yeah, definitely. Alright. Episode 2. Oh, hold on. Somebody do call. I can't tab out. Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia? What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. Finally getting used to having my own place. It's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. As always, there's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha, so what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Put some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. When you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock to pick it up. I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like, I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine, the papers. Sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker. Swallow those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Well... red, white, blue. Yeah, already game over. And we're speedrunning the bad ending. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye and Co. offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Examine? Alright. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to go check and see if Mia, the chief's okay. Okay. So we probably shouldn't examine. Okay. Move. That smell. Oh, didn't mean to hit that. Blood. Sis. Someone's there? Well. Chief? Chief! Chief! Happy fun times, yes. Who are you? Well. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief, where she lay under the window. It was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, began to fade. Till finally she was cold. Chief. Well... crusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. Chief. Hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck in the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker. Lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. There's some glass shards in the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass the light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Shards. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? The word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya, did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. He edited the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. Better call the police. They have a double kill, right? Powerful. Find out what the girl was doing here. It's painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. Like she was sitting ahead of a blunt weapon. Okay. Some shards of glass scattered on the floor. Seem to be to make some glass light stand. Chief's chair. Simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Right, so I guess it turns yellow when you hover over something. It's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. Yes, Gatewater. Such a name. That girl just now, where did she go? Kids drinking beer. Yeah, who puts water in like a... Why wouldn't you put it in like a transparent bottle or something? Put it right here on that sofa. Hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? Okay, I work here. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. Never thought there'd be use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Take that! Before Mia died. I was gonna think... Yeah, like... It's not better. It's a little better. They're a little more recyclable, but still. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. You wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. Better hurry up and call the police. Yeah, you really had better, by the way. Let's chat first. What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? Came in, the room was dark. And Sis, so she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting this late at night? Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Alright. Reception desk, I usually sit... small writing desk cluttered with office supplies. You couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. If you can gaze behind the shelves without feeling insignificant. The door to the chief's office. It's slightly open. Better not touch the doorknob. A large painting. I guess you'd call this modern art. I, on the other hand, call it a mistake. This sofa is for clients. It's leather, a real luxury model. Well, we should call the police. Don't know where the phone is. No, never mind. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, there it is. The Pay and Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Perfectly normal office desk. The chief had a very particular policy about office decor. It's been big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. But all she ever used this PC for was email. Picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filled her case records and recent rulings. Alright, well, telephone. Wait, I better call the police. That's funny. Two of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like somebody was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Phone receiver is missing a few screws. Better not use it. Yeah, that would really... Damn. Took just long enough for us to notice a few screws were missing and walk to the other room. And they're here. Police? Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa! Excuse me! Eek. This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Well... Maya's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. Genius, always, yeah. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m., Detention Center Visitors Room. Wow, that poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. You look so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Sorry, not a chance. Of course I will. First things first, better get her cheer up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? What? Did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've always heard about you. I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It's quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Oh. Well, how about 3 days or so? That's good enough, right? That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia. No. Smile for the camera. Thanks. Guard monitors the visitors room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Alright, bye. No. It's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? With this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. Spirit medium? Pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold onto a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. Pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. Recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. Alright. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Alright, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Here, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. Conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. Kinda gotten used to it. Let's see. A call from my sister. Excuse me. Hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the Thinker clock. Practically qualifies as a serial murderer. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 p.m. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training? That's right, the Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So, you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. Still in training. Couldn't do something on that level. Thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. Well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Yeah. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? Let me see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. Trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Wow. Wow. You never see turnaround time like that. Arrested the night before, on trial the day, like, 48 hours after. Less than 48 hours after. Jeez. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? He told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. Ooh. It's this courts of the West. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 p.m. this afternoon. Jeez! Visiting hour's almost up. I'd better hurry. I'll be back. Okay. Sorry, I've never seen that before. Sorry, I've never seen that before. See, now you're just lying to me. You've clearly, I've shown it to you 3 times now. You've seen it at least 3 times. Well, let's go to those law offices, I guess. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, run an office like this. Guess I'll just have to come back later. After we look around. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case. If I'm not mistaken, that letter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. No kidding. Yeah. You've definitely seen it. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. Oh, paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. Sure, the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. Alright, that's probably all we're getting out of here, unless the carpet. Yeah. Alright, bye-bye. September 6th, law offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busy searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Huh, guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? We found him not guilty. We're also not a killer. What? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Suede Shoes, Detective Gumtree. All good options. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Ooh, thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Well, obviously, first things first. What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. Heh, thanks. About Miss Fay. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but it doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Time of death, 9:09 p.m. Cause single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? City's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth? That's right, pal, Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. No, you don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. And yet somehow continues to defend criminals. I never imagined he'd be facing him so soon. We'll see that's the loophole. If you find them not guilty, no matter how guilty they were, they're not a criminal. So suddenly, as long as everybody is not guilty, there's no crime. It's perfect. 1,500 IQ play. Well, I guess we take a look. Hey, its favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordeline stricta, pal. What's that? The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk, perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. Well, what if we... Just wondering, did you see Mia Faye's cell phone? That. I have that. You think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. Cell phone holds the little girl's sweetest and spiciest secret. What, Phoenix? You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious calls recorded in there after all. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. Guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yeah, thank you. I'll be heading home now. Oh, wait! One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witnesses with your lawyery ways, pal. What? No influencing the witness with your lawyery ways, pal. Come to think of it, I completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. Sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. Guess I should know better than to try to detect a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. There's a piece of paper next to the victim, wasn't there? Yeah, the one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Mia wrote it herself? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. There's no proof that Mia wrote it. There was broken glass at the crime scene, right? Oh, that? Seems like the glass stand next to the victim fell over. Glass shards were pieces of the broken stand. I was wondering, do you know anything about this? That statue? That's the murder weapon. Huh? You think the clock is just a statue too? Starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. Thanks for this. Don't mention it, pal. When it comes to dealing with lawyers, fight fair and square is our motto. I don't know how I feel seeing everything written up like this. Makes Mia's death seem so routine. Alright, bye. See ya. Time to go to the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Teehee. I'm myself. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. I feel like that's like half of his job description. Sora's favorite character, probably. Gee, this is all something out of a movie. It's all so exciting. I can hardly contain myself. Yeah, she has big cat girl minus. She has big I'm a cat girl when I left my ears at home energy. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Yeah, don't you? There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? Thought she was going to explode for a second there. Wonder what could be inside the drawer. What's inside, I wonder? Manipulator. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. Law Offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. Simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Bye. Now, let's see. What you witnessed. You think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Oh, put on a curvature. You know, that thing that, happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Miss May, the bad thing. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, I just asked your name. Hey, I'm doing my job here. Hee hee. You know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well... No. Tee-hee. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. Just the worst. Yeah, it's the best pickup line out there. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what an amazing power of observation. You have to be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, huh? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Well, thanks. You've been nothing but helpful. Excuse me, but I'm a witness. Police witness, you understand. How can I possibly give you any information in good conscience, huh? Me, the witness. It's just like in the movies. Well. Bye. Maybe he got back. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait for him to come back. No. That wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. It looks even grander than I imagined. That badge in your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Wait, you're a big famous lawyer but not busy? Then how come no one can get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Yes, Maya Fey, go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. Really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. But wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What did I tell Maya? Well, first of all... Sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. Why can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course. I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? Terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. Mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. And painting. That's quite a painting. Aha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. Wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Alright, bye. Alright, well, so it's just bad news all over. Cool. Wonderful. Yeah. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? We'll see. Just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Well, guess you had no. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. I don't know where my mother is. I don't know. So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say... I don't know why my first thought to that line was, no, you're definitely like a 7 or 8. You're definitely above mid. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Just like, no. Specific. I don't know why, but like that was my first thought was like taking it that way, like, oh, we're all just like, bye. Ruined. After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her. All by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. Made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So, what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped, the police capture, was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. Put all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped in on it big time. My mother, became the laughing stock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me, White. That was his name. My sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Go home. I made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. No, you really have to have her want you to. You can't just. Why? Why? Well, I don't know why. Someone else is the culprit. You aren't the culprit. Someone else is. How do you know? I have a hunch. Yeah, given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. Strange behavior. No, there was nothing strange about the way she acted. Nothing at all. That is the most normal person I've ever encountered in any video game or real life, ever. And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. Super normal. But more than that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know, I've been there a long, long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? But someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Great, thank you. Whew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes! I trust you, so you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. What was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. I'll be right back. I have to go look into a strange woman's drawers. I need to, bye. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. So she's screwing, yeah. The game is subtle about all of its things. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. You know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities? If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. A stranger walked into somebody else's hotel room, saw the bellboy there, asked where the room occupant is. He said, the bathroom. Stay as long as you'd like. Enjoy. What? What? Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Ah! You came back, quick! Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there's a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Definitely. It's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap found in Miss May's hotel room. This is there's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there. Well, time to scram. Wait back later? Alright, cool. If not, hope you have a good night. Thanks for hopping by. See you around. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May, in court. To be continued. Another good time for a drink. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 1. So 1 second. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. Better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. Prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Body was found by this window here. The cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body. Oh, the murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. I should really pay attention to who's speaking. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Fay's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness who kept describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? Didn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. Worked lots of times. Yeah. Should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Don't remember. I feel like the more suspicious one is that one? Hold on just a second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink. She's very much both of those. She is, in fact, 120% both of those things. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. It was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. You're like that. That's my hard evidence. Yeah, well... Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. Real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I mean, I know he did, but let's see if we can check anything about that. Just because he found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh ho! Then who did write it? Smarty Pants? Who? I did. No! The killer! The killer! Anybody can see that. Oh? You're saying the killer wrote her own name. Buddy, please. He was framed! Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? That's one of the best animations. Like, just with the smug face. Huh. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written in that memo you found. Clearly in blood. Blood was the victim's. Blood from the finger. Oh, hold on. Death was instantaneous. Yep, there we go. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. Also, sorry. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? Immersion. You have it backwards, Detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately! No butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder? It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. I also... I really like, he's probably got his thumb holding it from behind, but it kind of just looks like he's got it pinched between two fingers. And it's just like, yep, that's how I'm just gonna hold paper. Yep. I don't know. That's the way it looks to me. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. There is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. Could have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I am a sham. Man, I'll have to go back through some of these and pick some of the joke answers when I don't care about actually, winning the case. Yeah, sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Mia's autopsy report. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. This isn't good. Prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Part of her that's not guilty. Excuse me. Witness, your name, please. April May. At your service, a wink. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. Witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. The music change is very drastic. This is not good. He's already captured the heart of every man in the courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, in my hotel room, teehee. I checked in right after lunch. This hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness's account. It was 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy-witsy wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly ways of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Her cowardly ways of finding out that people lied and lie constantly and just all the time in court. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. Gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay. What do we have in the court record? Besides Attorney's Badge, the best item. Oh, I never did actually check the... Oh, we had actually read this, okay. Broken glass, murder weapon, wiretap, receipt, floor plans. Well, yeah, pressure and everything. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... I forgot that was one of her animations. I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press her a little harder on this one. I don't think this is the... If we go too deep, I might not come back out alive. I'll back off for now. You looked out the window. What did you see next? I don't know if there's anything we can find about that. But, yeah. The woman with the long hair. That was Mia Fey. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? The person attacking her. The one attacking her was some mousy girl. Oh, yeah. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? It's only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. For now. Testimony certainly does make sense, and everyone in the court keeps siding with her. Better not press too hard on this. So then, tell us what happened to the victim. Dodged one side and ran away. She dodged? Dodge what? Well, the attack. Please, continue your testimony. Okay. Talk to her. Yeah. How did you know it was my client? Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique. Okay. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? That's the point. Yeah. Which one do we press her on extra? I mean... do this one. Yeah, go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witnesses. But badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl! Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Girl, what about the poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Alright. Yep. Okay, so nothing we can do there. Question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. You saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness to this testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Row, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. A wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you, Teehee? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. The only person to call it the thinker, or to call it the statue-y clocky thing. A clock? Didn't this... Oh. Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something. Okay. Yeah. Yep, looks like a statue is actually a clock, made by Larry Butts. Miss May. What you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? Just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. There's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. I was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh, The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, murderer. Only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room, hee. The law offices of Fay & Co. where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. You could easily have heard the clock. I don't know about easily, but whatever. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? I will never be satisfied. No, Your Honor. I cannot give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Broken. Think it's broken. That clock's busted. You think? Just look at it. Oh, I should have said it's empty. Your Honor, please examine the clock. Anything interesting, Your Honor? Well, I'm not sure I would call this broken, but I doubt it could ring. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? As you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. The little tick. Bad. Well, Miss May. Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. You knew the clock was empty, Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. It's true. There is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. That is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. Proof? What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... that's the phone call, right? Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh ho, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. Recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. Defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Well, perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. Gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. You just want to hold the thinker if you could. I should probably tell you the clock's not talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. We've heard this before. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, it's obvious. I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So, the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defendant have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes! The witness claims she had seen it before. This directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in store. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Ooh. Oh, the burn. The burn. No, excuse is not on sale. Man, he gets a little bit of momentum and he just goes ham on him. Oh, Murph. I forgot the heart spins. What to do, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! But it still got her in the pose, the zoom out. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh, this silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did, wink. It's scary.
Yeah?
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? That glare, though. Huh, oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. So bouncy. She's just got her elbows under, just like... The witness had never held the clock in her hands. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That's correct, Your Honor. There was no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Have a look at this. Oh, that! Found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. It's so not! Like, it's obviously not. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, even if that were the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. We already showed you a phone. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone the weapon. We already have the conversation. We had you guys listen to it. Is that the defendant's cell phone? Yes, we've seen that. Listen one more time to the conversation between the victim and the defendant and the victim. What's up? You haven't called in a while. Something I want to tell you. So this time, it's a clock. It's made to look like the statue of the thinker. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. It's so obviously not. Your Honor, look at that witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. Yes, that is my profession. It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? I did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. That'll deal with the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I'd hardly call that irrelevant. Well, this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice. He has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course I can, and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so, the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy. Wink. Here go. The witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well... Oh, think of something. Right, on with the cross-examination. What exactly do you have left to examine, Mr. Wright? Miss April May has admitted to the wiretap, yes? But that bears no relevance to the case at hand, murder. There's no way you can prove any connection. Think, this can't be the end, but I'm out of evidence. I believe the cross-examination is over. Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have any other witnesses to call? Why would they if... None, Your Honor. None, Your Honor. She's the last. What? But that means... He's guilty. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The defense would like to call the bellboy, after all. Tisk, tisk, tisk. As I thought. May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, should you question the bellboy, and Miss April May's alibi proves to be solid, then, by default, your client, Miss Maya Fey, will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept my condition? Edgeworth, it's got me backed into a corner, but I don't see any other way to take this. I accept. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. Certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. The tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, not you can put it down, but let's get going. The witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked me for an iced coffee to be brought at her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now. Maya will be finished. Can't imagine pressing that helping. I don't think so, but it's worth a try. Why the tea set? He came straight from work, 7. Who has time to put down a tea set? Don't question how he got here with that tea set. Don't worry about it. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them. The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yeah. Yes, what then? She asked for a nice coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock at the time of the murder. Brought her precisely requested time, of course. Precisely 9 o'clock, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. Can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 p.m., sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? See, tonight at 9. Theoretically could be. I'll keep pressing them, but that's the only thing that says 9. Are you sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. But why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something. I wanted a bellboy to remember her. No good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Can't let this happen, can I? Can't let it happen. Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? That'd be room service. Tell me again about, room service. Again, sir. At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. Let's see. $18? Doesn't this seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. Saying we don't skimp on the ice actually makes it less good. You're getting less coffee. Whatever. What did he say? What did he say? Rather, quite. Oh boy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Even the judge is like, weak game. No. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh, you fool! Good. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in their room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, is this other person? Simple. It was Miss April May, the man with Miss May, the bellboy. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. He just keeps getting shot. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. And no. Court acknowledges the defense's argument. Expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today for the trial of Maya. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. Sent shivers up my spine. You say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Well, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. Lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. What's this? Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. Asked for a full record of April May's testimony. Thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that has been stricken from the record. That hasn't been stricken from the record. Victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. It's the single part that they were like, I guess it's not a lie. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the payment and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. I would, of course, like to save the progress. September 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Well, hello! I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. Hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. Something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask of me then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? I think we've checked the rooms, right? Yep, still smile for the camera. Yeah, so it's the same stuff. Oh, or maybe he just doesn't get to see a lot of women like Miss May in here. I doubt there are many women like Miss May. Man, oh. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? Aw, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Does it? Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer! Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against the lawyers or just against me? Why not both? I don't think we do. My attorney's badge. Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So get lost because, well, I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. Alright. I feel like we'll probably have to come back. Looks like forensics is taking the day off tonight. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. Doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though. Get a pot of plant. Have to water it now. Sky is blue and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Desk, perfectly clean as always. Only thing's missing is Mia. Movie poster, yep. Some of the files missing. I'm imagining things. Hey! Hello, legendary anime JP fan 2. Thanks so much for the follow. How you doing? God, a visual novel gamer here. Heck yeah, this is it's a classic. It's one I haven't gone through in a long time, and I haven't actually played the second or third one, so we're going to be going through them. But also, visual novel games you've played, probably countless. There's tons of them. There's borderline infinite numbers. I'm going to say you've played 42, because it's a good number. That's my September 7th, Gatewater Hotel, over 303. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It'll be great for business, sir. Left over 2,000. Hot damn. That's a meaty collection. Whoa. Miss May hasn't been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. Well, let's, Oh, there's gonna be, huh? Oh, screwdriver stuck in that drawer. Ah, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the drawer of terror, hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. Said to become one of our most popular attractions here. This guy's serious. I don't believe it. Alright, well. Yes, as expected. Not go to flowers. Yep, same as before. I can't imagine too much has changed, but let's hang on the wall. Ah, I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from touching those. It's part of the decor. I like to call it the last drink. Or murder. We'll be famous, the talk of the hotel industry. Nice weather again tonight. I can see the fan code law offices, of course. Ah, yes, we plan to install a telescope in that window, of course. Just $5 for only 3 minutes of a view to kill. Just kidding, sir. That look in his eyes would say he was more than serious. About Miss May. Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said. What? Started to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May. Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger. There we are, in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy. If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him. Photo? Could you tell me more about this hotel? Absolutely, and on that subject I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle. Subtitle? The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. What do you think? Sounds great. Whatever floats your teaset. I don't think we have anything to show him, except... I'm sorry, all I could think about during the trial was the hotel. Wasn't paying much attention to the evidence. Alright, well... we need a picture for him. Ah, September 7th, Grossberg Law Offices. Huh? Looks like Grossberg is out today, again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. Yeah, maybe. Oh hey, a photo. What's this? Old photos? There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the back. DL6 Incident Exhibit A. DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. Sure, I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. Sure, no one will miss just one little photo. And it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. Photograph quietly added to the court record. Photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took. Yeah. I think I'll swap them. Solid mahogany desk. Wood's been polished to plaster. Yep, same one. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yes. Yeah. It was a painting of, wasn't it? It wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. Well, seem to have found a photo. Wonder if anybody could tell us that's a photo of anyone of importance. Take a look at this photo. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer? Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once, you know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write it in a affidavit, swearing that that's him? Affidavit? This guy is way too excited about this. Yeah, have him write it. Well, sure, why not? Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Bellboy's affidavit added to the court record. Not even Miss May could play dumb to this. Oh, I'm sure she can. I'm quite sure she can. You again. Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Look at this. Look, I've said several times, I'm not telling you. Where did you? A reaction. This is him, isn't it? What? Who? When? Why? It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder. No, that's not right. Nice try, Miss Cooperative. Do you have proof that it was him, huh? Yeah, proof. Show me proof. I'm so close. Alright, well. Bonk. Could you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw. Such as the man who checked in with. It was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. Push her hard. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No, he's playing dumb, if indeed that is an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though he should have been witness to murder, your little friend was missing. Sure, the press would have a field day with his reputation. Oh, I'll talk. You read lawyer. Yes, man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air? Now, tell me about the man you were with. That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corp. Red White? Information gathering? Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency. This is the man that was with you the night of the murder. I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her. It's okay, I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White, at last! Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Bellboy's affidavit discarded. Yeah, I can't imagine that being useful for anything. Alright. Time to go to Blue Corp. That sure is a painting. September 7th, Blue Corp Inc. CEO's office. What's this surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name? What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Wright? Phoenix Wright? Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. So I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp, you know, corporate expansion official. Yep. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. I have a chaos emerald pinned to my lapel. I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the worldly challenged. What a fruitcake. Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? His arrogance meter is off the scale. Let's take a look around. Guessing this is supposed to be a desk? My. It's quite the thing. It's modeled on my body, see? Well, does its sleek roundature not inspire you? It's such a desk. Alright, painting. Haven't I seen this somewhere? Is this a replica? Ridiculosity! I have no interest in anything but originals. That right there is a bona fide original, worth 5 million for sure. Well, sure, it's unimportant. Impressive lineup of trophies. Judges special runner-up, best participation, judges cooperation award, special good try. None of them are winning trophies though. Huh. The word judges and special kind of stand out. Statue of a man holding up the world. The Blue Corp sign certainly stands out enough. The model for the man is, of course, Mr. White. Truly a work of art, but probably too beautacious for you to appreciate, correct? I think it's a little too beautacious for just about anyone to appreciate. Beautacious. Also, hey Valvener, how's it going? Welcome to Viperland in the chat. How you doing today? Yeah. Ask him some stuff. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she had done. What she's done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed, she is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Yeah. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. What? My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White. The hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. This is a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as witness? We should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh ho ho! The police, the courts. To me, they're mere toys, playthings for my amusement. Great. Cool. What kind of company is Blue Corp, anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I built this business up into the grand office you see now. In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I assure you I wasn't. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. You can tell, since nothing in this room except for the dots in his tie are blue. Nothing. I guess the sky in the painting. Fantabulistic, is it not? There's something that's been bothering me. Yes, what might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh. Just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? A lawyer. No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney. Grody burger. What? He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, huh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume. Miss Grossberg's. Mr. Grossberg's, yes. Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now. Skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss. Yeah, but I gotta show you something first. Would you be kind enough to cease your inane chattering and vacate the premises? Let me put it in a language you are sure to understand. Shut up and get out. I have nothing more to say. Ooh. Lovely. Friendly. Human being. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat? Jumping Jehoshaphat's! Oh, you! What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. Oh boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for that girl. I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know. Right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just, I need more time to think about it, my boy. He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So, I played Blue Corp a visit. Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg. Sorry, I have to admit something has been bothering me. Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just... a big painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir. There was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? When you said you had no intention of parting with. Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office. So, you noticed. Suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting. Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow. Connected, you say? Yes, I know what it is. You're lovers! He's blackmailing you? Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail. I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof. Very well, this may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easily again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate. What's he talking about? Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. Been paying them for 15 years now. 15 years? All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed. The name on the back of those photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It's hard for me to tell you this, my boy. Arresting Red White will be nigh and impossible. Possible? He has information on everyone and gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? They're bound and able to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years. What is the DL6 incident? DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. Medium? Her name was Misty Fay. Hey. Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the behest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what Maya was talking about the other day. I did all I could for her, and in the end cleared her of wrongdoing. The murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident. Why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know, but one person found out. I told him. You told White? He offered me riches. It's an embarrassment to me now. As I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it all, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail. See, White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. Yeah. Well, before we leave, would you take a look at this? Sorry, my boy, I don't think I can help you with that. Yeah, well, we have nothing else to say. It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filled here. In alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? I don't know, W. White! The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? Let's see, J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I just skim some of this? Yeah. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. Biggest parts here at the end in S. Suicide? Ew. It's a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to it. I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Newspaper clipping added to the court record. Article about a politician's suicide. The word white is written in pencil at the top. Let's see. It's A recorded on this file. Catches my eye. A, B, F. Misty Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Yes. I tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words. My mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. I think that's all we're going to get from here. I'm trying to think of what we're still missing. May as well double check here. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're good here. Can't imagine more than... Apparently Miss May is in questioning. Doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Cool. Crosses that off the list. Bellboy seems to be out. Huh? Sound of water coming from the shower. La-di-da, la-di-da, making money. I got the money-making blues. Someone seems to enjoy washing in the showers. Screwdriver's still stuck on the drawer, not to touch it, yeah. Alright, so just don't touch stuff. The bed was the only thing we didn't look at. Simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching. Alright. Nothing else here then. I don't know if... Found this in Mia's files. So she was investigating Red White, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court. Bad idea. Sorry, sir, I borrowed this. Ah, so it was you, my boy. Who is this man? A long story. I'll be needing that back now. Doesn't want to talk about it for some reason. Better give him back this photograph. Photograph returned to Mr. Grossberg. Oh. Don't think we have anything else for him. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. I think we're past needing to talk about April May. Gotta put this guy on the spot and quick. There's no point asking somebody this crooked a straight question. Need some evidence I can use as ammo. What's wrong? Something stuck to my face? Why yes, there's my eyes, on my nose, on my mouth. But of course I jest. You need not restrain your mirth, my friend. It's okay to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humor. I will not think less of you. Alright, well. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia? She had a file filled with articles like this. And one of them was labeled with a single word, White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. Right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, no, no. I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office. Hello. Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second. Mr. White. You're right. You are absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. But actually, I've done better. I've found him. He's sitting right in front of me. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it. Beep. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police, now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. You'll faint. Detective Gumshoe, reporting, sir. Butts! Harry Butts! Right, actually. Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Right, sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. But what? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. They really can just make a very hateable person. It's, every bit of them just oozes like, ugh. Can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. The prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right? Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya. Great. They let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we've switched places. What? You mean you? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well, Defend me in court. Help me break out of here. Well, you could cheer for me in court. Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader? Yeah, like that. Alright, leave it to me. Huh? I'd better go get a uniform and some pom-poms. Wait. What? Kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. There really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece. Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. I don't know how much you can show them, but it's just, it's fine. Times may change, yet with crime, it's always the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. It's a true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. To be continued. I hope we can finish it. We got about an hour left. I don't know how long the last bit of it will go. But hey, give it a go. Pretty sure we can save midway if we really have to, but we'll see. I don't want to go late tonight because I already lost an hour of sleep because of the time change. Normally I'd be good to go a bit late, but tonight I probably shouldn't. So worst case, if it hits midnight, we'll just save there. September 9th, 9:52 a.m., District Court. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah, one way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, well, Phoenix, look! Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying that I'm going to be guilty, end of story. I'll do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? Why would you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? A court of law. Logically looking at facts. When the guy who has all the money and power and influence goes, everything I say is right, you have to agree with me, everyone's been paid off to agree with me, that shouldn't scream to you innocence. But okay. The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty, so I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Huh? Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 a.m., District Court Number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? Why are we questioning the fact that we are now the defendant for the murder case when Miss April May clearly said she saw a woman over there? And when the paper says Maya on it, but that's fine. It's whatever. It's like he already knows why. Huh. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Seems a silly thing to raise an objection over. Forget it. I smell a trap. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my luticians confuse? Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. Can't rip this guy's testimony apart. I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Ho ho ho. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let me have it, Phoenix. Witness's account. Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then that I saw him, a spiky-haired man, attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impactation. Then it was all over. Okay. Things occurred as you testify. Then what about the bellboy yesterday, who testified that there was absolutely nobody in the room when he delivered the iced coffee to Miss April May? I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. About 9 o'clock. I have no reason to really press on that. Papers by the window. Like, we know he wasn't, but I don't know if this is where we'll... The window, you mean? The one directly across from Fay & Co. law offices? Correct. That is the only window you see. And there you were reading papers? Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. Heard a bedlam coming outside, eh? A bedlam? It must have been where you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. You were reading your papers when you heard that sound. But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of windows at night. Oh, snoop. Yeah, right. Made a career out of snooping. Spiky-haired? What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. What is your eyesight? Counting both eyes? 40. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is this judge on anyway? What did you do then? Called Miss May over to her at once. She too was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Fay office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fay woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh ho! I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Sure. As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. Left, and you gave chase. We have and to the right. It's caught and struck. Yeah. Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? Said the victim ran to the left. But that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony, the only part not stricken from the record. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh ho ho ho, it is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. It says it right here in those papers. It's unquestionable, you can see. You can see, not this side, you can't see this side, but yeah, the back of the paper, you can tell. You can just tell. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here. The victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left, yeah. So, he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says the left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Both are right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? The law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Yeah. No. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing this order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. Did you just object to the word rapscallion? The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Of course. Sorry, my back is just a pain today. Not sure why. I don't know, he still seems pretty smug. Ho ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? I mean, no. That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Yeah, gonna say... Yeah, definitely... Died from a blow by blunt object. The first one had said, like, single. I don't know if this still counts. But it's really all we got, so... Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow. Can't you tell? What do you have to say to that? That's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. Very well. Witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White? Oh, okay. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment I saw Miss Meyer under the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. As soon as he gets a little upper hand, it's all just taunting. The thing... What thing fall? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? That, the glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't the thing about that strike you was odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, it is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White? Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. Light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. It's gotta be the floor plans, because he couldn't have seen it, right? Not from outside. Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the windows at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, thanks, phone, for loudly buzzing. Much appreciated. Note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? Must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fay Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Gah. Just one gah. Oh, he's doing fine. Mr. White? Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Yeah, looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Couldn't you confess your crime now? What? Said you should confess your crime. Here go. Confess that you placed the wiretap. Wiretap? Order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Court. he ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? Your Honor. Question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? You wouldn't. Mr. White. In order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? You're correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Yeah. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Here go, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the basest conjuncture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Sparkly man. Leave it to me. I feel faint. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident. This is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound. Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Phoenix. Yeah, kind of left with nothing. No, that would still... Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. I'd entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Was it really you that went to the office, or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. You know, Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why he went to the Fay & Co. law offices. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. We did an illegal thing for a client, so we can't tell you about what client it was. But you did... Okay. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. Quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauteous thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well. Maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Disc. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia? Well, I don't think he gave up, but I think he passed out. Where am I? Waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Passed out again. Hey, Phoenix! Gak, that's the way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. We're... Maya, didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true power. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right, I am Maya, but I am also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up, you can't either. But I came here to tell you. You don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen, you've already won. You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah, the one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix, White wrote that, not me. Well, yeah, obviously. So, what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. Bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. Think the court is about to reconvene? Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. Alright, well, we got the ammo we need. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, rather, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. Fine now. Then, let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? Say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Oh, you cocky bastard. I mean, thank you, but you cocky bastard. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. So, yep. Let's, gotta do a little bit of that. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? Blah, you are grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, glass light stand and the date of the purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. This man is fine. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. He's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand that may be quite a bit of pressure on you, but I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. That is all for the trial of... Oh. Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What could you possibly have, eh? What? No way he can worm his way to this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. There you go. I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Huh? Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Object! Yeah, no. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone's going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. Let's see. Objection denied. What? Completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. Okay. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix. Read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Memo received from Mia. A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. Well, yeah, because if we're not, we're going to be framed for murder. You bet I am. My life's riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. We read a different thing. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a splendid defense. A spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. Guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Yay! Confetti! That is all. This court is adjourned. I love the confetti so much. It's so impractical to have in a courtroom, but they do. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. Lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. Glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. Won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix? Can you come to the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock? Office? I'll see you later. Chief! Maya! Always gotta end it with a pun. That's how you do. Then September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Oh, it's 2 minutes late. Come on. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Mia, I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? Oh, you should see her face. Mia. What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Also, hey Ramen, how's it going? We're not a murderer. Yeah, we finished the second case. I'm probably going to let this wrap up and then end it. I'm going to err on the side of early a bit tonight, just because lost an hour of sleep. But not a murderer. We made it through preliminary, tutorial trial and first real trial. Maya, what? Do I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? He means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business. Yeah, we lost an hour's sleep, and I just didn't sleep super well last night. So like the combination of it is like I'm gonna err on the side of not going over tonight, especially because after we went over so long Friday. Though that was only Thursday night actually. That was yeah. Now we're okay, but still. And it's hard to pass up a really strong logical ending time. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it's Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. Law Offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Right. Okay, Nick. Let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers! Dummy! Burgers! It's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's wasting. Okay, wait up. The end. A brand new episode has been added. Save for progress. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna call it there. That's where we're gonna finish it. Pretty darn good. Made more progress. I actually made it. I was hoping to make it to like the end of the. I didn't remember how long that one went. I know it was gonna be way longer than the tutorial one, but I didn't remember how long. So works out. A half hour short today, but whatever. Tomorrow we're doing Labyrinth. Tuesday we're doing Octopath. Thursday, Friday, Labyrinth. Saturday continues our deep diving dungeon experience adventures with the Mod Squad. And Sunday will be more of this. I haven't seen the anime, but if you haven't seen the live action movie arc, either watch it or wait until we're done with the game. When we finish the first game, I'm going to do a Discord stream of the live action movie. The live action movie is phenomenally good. It is the best live action video game movie, hard stop. Legit hard stop of a game that should not work in live action. Let's be honest. Phoenix Wright shouldn't work in live action. It is legitimately super good. And I'm going to show it Discord when we're done with the game. So, like, you don't have to go find it. You can if you want, but, like, I'm going to show it on Discord anyway. But I'll make sure that's a known thing before that happens. Like, I'll set a date or whatever. For now, we're going to have to click off to do a monster, a quote, a Discord, and, nothing. All right. Clearly, we're going to need an objection sound effect at some point. It's just going to be too good to not have, so we're going to need that. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. Hope everyone had a good time. We got the schedule for the week just stated and on the Discord. And yeah, this has been Viper of Viperland. Loving some nostalgic game. Kind of loving going through it again. A lot better with the music, who would have thought. And yeah, see you all next time.